Hi, this is Joe Wang here with more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life. Today, I'll be taking you all on an adventure that I had in the summer. I mean, as many of you all may have known, like I went to PAX West, towards the end of summer, like specifically the Labor Day weekend, and as a backtrack, what is PAX West? PAX West is basically a annual, gaming convention held in Seattle, Washington, where there could be gaming exhibits. Game exhibits occur, video game exhibits or tabletop game exhibits would occur, as well as different panels from different guest speakers, as well as famous YouTubers and whatnot. Famous YouTubers, specifically gaming YouTubers, of course. So today I'll be sharing with you this fun, exciting adventure that I had towards the end of summer. So the thing is how did that trip even start out? Well, the thing is that I had this buddy of mine called Chris Carrollton, and the thing is that he told me about this thing about PAX. I mean, I knew about PAX before because obviously, I mean, I watch gaming YouTubers as well as Twitch streamers, and the thing is that they have talked about PAX, and they some of them have even definitely been there before. So that's how I knew about PAX. But the thing is that I never thought of going by myself. I never thought about going until the buddy of mine, Chris, just told me about that, saying that he goes, and that I was like, oh, dude, hit me up with some of the tickets next year. Let me know when you buy a ticket, buy some for me. And so so that's how it happened. He wanted to go, and he hooked me up with some tickets, and yeah, that's how the arrangement worked out. As far as the planning goes. So the thing is that it's held in Seattle, and originally, originally he just wanted to go to the convention, just to go to convention, and that's it. But then I was like, I wanted to stay, a few more days, just to kind of just explore the city, because Seattle is a beautiful city. So then we decided to, the convention, like I said, is held on a Labor Day weekend. So the thing is that it starts on Friday and ends on Monday, but we decided to go a little earlier. We decided to go on Wednesday, settle in on Wednesday. So then Thursday we have a full day to explore Seattle. So yeah, and then definitely obviously, come home on Tuesday. So the thing is that on Wednesday, kind of around noontime, my mom picked up me and Chris, and then we went from Fremont, California. We went to Oakland, where our flight takes place, our flight to Seattle. So that's what we did. We boarded a plane at Oakland International Airport. We drove, and then the thing was that where did we stay? We basically stayed at this beautiful hostel called the Green Turquoise Hostel. It's if you ever visit Seattle, I mean, I would, and you don't mind the living arrangement, where to sleep and stuff. Like, if you sleep comfortably anywhere, I highly recommend Green Turquoise Hostel, because it's a good price. I think the last time the bills rolled out to be $75 a night for the both of us, for both of us included. So basically, me and him just split it to make it only $38 a night. So it's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal, but that is only if you can sleep comfortably anywhere. So it's a really affordable if that's all you want, because the thing is that real hotels they can cost, $200 or $300 a night in Seattle. So the thing is that it's definitely highly recommended. Anyways, back to it is that we got there around nighttime, and then the thing was that the hostel itself. I mean, personally, that's one of my favorite hostels, I would say, as far as the beauty wise. I mean, like if you look over there, in the distance, there are flags across all the different parts of the world, all the different world, countries, because the thing is that, the reason they do that is because, hostels are primarily, for travelers. It's like a traveler lodge, where, a lot of people there, their sole purpose to be there is for traveling. So yeah, it's a very affordable option. Very affordable option if you want to be in, you want to find a place to stay and you can sleep comfortably anywhere, and you don't mind the quality. Yeah, that's Hostel. I would say highly recommended. Anyways, it's back to it. Yeah. Overall, like the area, I would say was pretty nice. I mean, the common area is pretty nice, and also the cool thing is that quite a few people there were also going to the expo, like me and Chris, going to PAX. So then we kind of ended up bonding, and it was a good time. We hung out and stuff. And then the next day, of course, exploring Seattle. I mean, I before didn't had too much plans about where to go and stuff, but the next day, I mean, like, there was this tour guide that gave a kind of like a free tour, meaning that he only takes in donations. Like, we didn't have to really pay for a tour, but it's all based on donation based. And then the thing was that he showed us around, around Seattle, and showed us around Seattle. Like, we saw the different buildings. We hear about the origin of the city as we were walking down the Seattle streets. He talked a lot about that, as well as he showed us the totem poles. The totem poles, and talked about the history of that. And after that, like this, yeah. And then so, like, I got to take a lot of got a lot of good views around. I mean, for me, like, I've been to Seattle before, but for Chris, it was. Like last year he did go to PAX, but he didn't really get to explore Seattle. So yeah, I mean, like, glad that Chris also got the opportunity. Then comes the following day. Now it's Friday. Of course, Friday is the big day, right? Because that's the whole point. We are at the trip. So on Friday, we of course went to the convention, and the thing is that when you're going in, there's definitely security checks, because a lot of people, you never know like who is a bad guy or stuff. They want to make sure that it's a safe environment for gamers to enjoy themselves at the expo. And then, of course, they also have these brochures that gives out the overall layout, the map about where everything is at, where I find really helpful, because the thing is that the whole convention, the expo takes up the entire, like, almost the entire convention. It was just that weekend was reserved for just the gaming expo, and the thing is that different floors have different stuff. Like the thing is that a lot of things are going on at the same time. Like there are basically booths from the different gaming developers. And so then you can go there to visit them. And then there's also those different demos for the new release games, or games that are upcoming games that are coming out for you to play and have fun. I mean, so for me, I mean, like, as far as the demos go, I got to see, got to play a little bit Luigi's Mansion 3. Definitely a really fun game. I mean, I played Luigi's Mansion 1 and 2, and I really enjoyed it. I definitely already pre-ordered Luigi's Mansion 3, so I'm definitely gonna pick it up on Halloween. Actually, that's a few days from now. I'm definitely very stoked for it. And then also I got to look around, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, as well as I also played a little bit of the Dragon Quest game, Dragon Quest that's gonna come out. At that time, it was gonna come out on the Switch. I mean, basically all those different stuff. There were a lot of other games that I wanted to try out, such as the Borderlands 3, and then I definitely wanted to try out the remake of Link's Awakening. But those lines were just insanely packed. I mean, like I said, a lot of people are going to the convention, and a lot of times, some lines are just insanely packed, and the thing is that sometimes they either say they won't, that it's capped, meaning that they don't allow more people. They want you to come back later to get in line, or sometimes if it's not capped, the line is just so insanely big. Sometimes it goes 360 degrees. Then and the thing is that you're gonna have to wait 2 or 3 hours. But like for me, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's so many things to see. There's no way I would wanna wait for just one game. Just wait a line for 2 or 3 hours and then play a game for only like a few minutes. It's just not worth it. So I mean, of course, like one of the games that I got to play was I got to see is the the new Hyrule game. New Hyrule game. But other than that, I mean, like there was nothing else that, like, there are other games that I'm interested in. The lines were too big, so I ended up just doing other things, like, because like after all, like, I mean, there's also panels and all this stuff. And talking about panels, like I'm a big fan of the Outside Xbox and Extra crew, so I definitely went to see their panel. I mean, they were playing like Werewolf, and it was fun to finally meet them in real life, because I've never seen them in real life, and then just kind of talk to them and talk about how how I love them, how I love that they care about us fans, So yeah, that was cool. And then also, like, I went to like a few other panels as well. Some other ones like the Runaway Guys, but then also like some panels that that were more educational based. Like the thing is that, I mean, one of the things I hope to do, one of the things that I dream. I don't know if it would ever happen, but it's something that I dream, is that I would love to, I love stories, I love games, I love stories, and I always wanted to, like, kind of like write stories, write scripts, write stories for storyline games, to write stories to say like, oh, this is the storyline, what the characters do and all that, and then hopefully have someone else make it into a game, at least that's the thing. And there happened to be a creative writing, panel talking about that, so I also went to visit that as well, so yeah, I mean, and then other than that, I mean, I also went to see the game developers, the gaming companies, one of the gaming companies that I really, really liked was limited run games. Limited run games, because the thing is that for me, I'm one of the people who don't like digital games. I'm all about physical. I'm all about physical games. Like, what I mean is, like, if a game is only digital, I might still get it if I really, really enjoy it. It won't stop me from getting it. But if there's any game that has a physical version, I would pick the physical version. I mean, I just like the idea of popping in a PS4 or Xbox One disc, or a Nintendo Switch cartridge, and then playing it like that. Like, I just like that feeling, as well as I like the art case, I like the case, how it has the appearance of the game, like I just love the art case and everything. I just love that, I just love that. I just love how I can pick up a game from my shelf and then pop it into my console and then start playing. That's just me, and I got opportunity to get to see Brian and Sarah from limited run games, because limited run games they basically convert those digital games, and then they make physical copies of those games and then release a certain amount, to the world. Release a certain amount. That's why it's called limited run. But the thing is, I just love what they do. I love what they do. I just love physical media a lot. So that's the thing. Like, I definitely knew that I had to go see them at their booth, and definitely, of course, I was thankful that I got to meet Brian and Sarah from Limited Run in real life. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this was a really, really fun trip. Like I said, like, if you are a gamer and you really like, you're a gamer, I would highly, highly recommend, go check, PAX West out. I mean, because the thing is that, it's there's a lot of the exhibits, the demos, everything just makes it totally worth it. Totally worth it. I had a really, really good time there. Plus, those panels. Like, if you like to see those, if you follow any YouTubers and they happen to be at PAX, it's also a great time to go see those YouTubers, to pay their respect. As well as, certain topics that might be interesting. Like for me, like, the creative writing was also something that for me was really, really, really interesting topic. Just those different panel discussions. And then also, besides that, there's also definitely like a place that people can just like hang out. I mean, I didn't go there, but like, cause like I was busy with going to all those different, panels and discussions and all those stuff. But I mean, the thing is that they also have, have also like a place where people can just hang out and play games and all that. That's what I heard over there. They do have that, although I didn't go. But yeah, I mean, the PAX trip, highly, highly recommended. If you really love games, and you definitely watch, especially even if you watch, YouTubers as well as, streamers. I mean, I highly recommend going there, especially if they say they're going to be there. I mean, definitely highly recommend going there. It's a really exciting and fun experience. And the thing is, I'm definitely going to go back. I'll definitely try to go back next year, and can't wait for that. So yeah, this is all I have for today. If you want to know more tips and examples on how to live a fruitful life, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.